Engines rarely break down suddenly. They usually give warning signs of malfunction. If you notice these signs in time, you can avoid costly repairs. However, most car owners ignore simple procedures that can restore the engine to its original performance. This article outlines 7 effective steps to help revive your engine. The last one is a secret that even some mechanics keep quiet about, but it can save you thousands of dollars. Ignore these tips, and you risk spending money on fixing problems that could have been solved much more cheaply. 1. Troubleshooting. Over the years, the engine begins to run less smoothly. It may stall, start poorly, or idle unevenly. The cause is most often found in small issues that are easy to fix. First, perform a complete diagnosis using a high-quality OBD2 scanner. The device should be able to read error codes, analyze data in real time, and reset service reminders. The ideal option is a scanner that automatically detects the vehicle's VIN. If this is not possible, choose a model that allows you to manually enter the VIN or specify the make and model of the car. This will make the report more accurate. Connect the scanner to the OBD2 port, which is usually located under the steering wheel, and run a full scan. Many error codes have obvious solutions, but some require additional analysis. For example, code P0301 indicates a misfire in the first cylinder, which can be caused by faulty spark plugs, ignition coils, or a worn catalytic converter. The opposite situation can also occur. The scanner shows no errors, even though the problems are obvious. Cars with high mileage often have ghost codes that are not displayed during diagnostics. In any case, diagnostics is only the first step on the road to engine repair. 2. Cleaning the throttle valve. Many drivers neglect regular maintenance, although it is critical for the longevity of the car. According to a Motor.com survey, 64% of car owners postpone necessary procedures. One such procedure is throttle body cleaning, which is recommended every 30,000 kilometers or according to the manufacturer's specifications. Unfortunately, most people only remember this after the engine starts to malfunction, which usually happens closer to 75,000 kilometers. The reason is the accumulation of carbon deposits on the valve, which causes it to stick, restricting airflow. This leads to a lean or rich fuel mixture, causing unstable engine performance, loss of power, or even engine stalling. Fortunately, cleaning the throttle valve does not require any special skills or tools. You will need a throttle valve cleaner, a rag, and a set of wrenches. Here are brief instructions. Find the throttle valve. It is located between the air filter and the intake manifold. In some cars, you will need to remove the decorative cover to access it. If you're not sure where it is, ask an assistant to press the gas pedal with the engine off. The moving part is the throttle valve. Disconnect the battery terminal and turn off the engine. Disconnect all hoses and connectors leading to the valve. Use a screwdriver to loosen the clamps and remove the air hose. Be careful with the wires and sensors. Do not damage them. Open the valve and clean it of carbon deposits. Wear gloves and safety glasses to avoid getting chemicals on your skin. Spray the cleaner on the damper, holding it open with a screwdriver or other handy tool. If the damper is electronic, ask an assistant to press the gas pedal or lock it in the open position. Remove dirt with a toothbrush or clean cloth. If the carbon deposits do not come off, let the cleaner work for 10 seconds, then repeat the procedure. Let the damper dry, then reassemble everything in reverse order. This simple procedure will save you about $150, but the work doesn't end there. 3. Replacing the air filter. The pipe that you remove from the throttle valve leads to the air filter. Before installing it back, check the condition of the filter. It is recommended to replace the air filter every 15,000 to 30,000 kilometers, so these two procedures often coincide in time. A dirty filter causes the same symptoms as a dirty throttle valve, as both components are responsible for supplying air to the engine. A lack of air reduces power, worsens fuel economy, and causes the engine to run unevenly. In addition, extraneous noises may appear, and in turbocharged engines, sudden power drops may occur. Replacing the filter takes a few minutes. Open the air filter housing, remove the old filter, install the new one, and close the housing. After that, you can reconnect the hose to the throttle valve. A clean throttle valve and air filter will significantly improve engine performance. But for maximum effect, you need to do something else. 4. Cleaning the mass airflow sensor. The mass airflow, MAF, sensor is responsible for the correct air-fuel ratio in the combustion chamber. It measures the volume of incoming air and transmits the data to the electronic control unit, ECU, which regulates the fuel supply. If the MAF is dirty or faulty, the engine will start to run unevenly. Power will be lost, fuel consumption will increase, and jerking will occur. Cleaning the MAF is one of the simplest procedures. You will need a screwdriver, a special MAF cleaner, and a clean cloth. Proceed as follows. Locate and disconnect the MAF. It is located between the air filter and the throttle valve, sometimes inside the filter housing. Disconnect the connector, then unscrew the sensor. Spray the cleaner onto the sensor's sensing element, a thin wire or plate. Do not use anything other than a special cleaner to avoid damaging the sensor. Allow the cleaner to dry naturally. Do not speed up the process. Even a cotton swab can damage the wire. After cleaning the sensor, throttle valve, and replacing the air filter, the engine will receive the optimal amount of air and fuel. If there are no serious malfunctions, this will eliminate unstable revs, difficult starting, and sluggish acceleration. However, older cars often have several problems at once, so the next step will require a little more effort, but it will save you a significant amount of money. 5. Change the motor oil. As mileage increases, the engine requires more frequent oil changes. In new cars, the interval is 7,500 to 15,000 kilometers, but as the engine wears out, it is reduced to 5,000 and then to 3,000 kilometers. An aging engine begins to consume more oil, and the cooling system becomes less efficient. The good news is that regular oil changes can extend the life of your engine by 75%. Fortunately, this is an inexpensive procedure, and by learning how to do it yourself, you will save even more. Always use the oil recommended by the manufacturer. Many people avoid synthetic oil because of its cost, but lasts longer and is better suited for some engines. Choosing the wrong oil can damage a turbocharged engine, so follow the operating instructions. 6. Cleaning the fuel system. It's easier than it seems. Older cars need regular cleaning of the fuel system from carbon deposits. Otherwise, you risk costly repairs. Carbon deposits reduce fuel efficiency, reduce power, make starting difficult, and cause detonation. In addition, the engine can overheat, which can lead to serious breakdowns. If you don't want to pay a mechanic to disassemble and clean the system, use a high-quality fuel system cleaner. Many additives are useless, but some are recommended by manufacturers. For example, Techron Concentrate Plus, which is rumored to be used by General Motors in its cars. Seafoam, Gumout, and 505 CRF have also proven themselves well. Add the cleaner to an almost empty tank, then fill it up. Drive 50 to 100 kilometers at a leisurely pace so that the additive mixes evenly with the fuel. You will immediately notice an improvement. The engine will become more responsive, the dips will disappear, and fuel consumption will decrease. 7. Replace worn parts. Many engines are virtually indestructible, but their components are not. Over time, spark plugs, timing belts, ignition coils, hoses, ball joints, and other components need to be replaced. You may also need a new battery, brake pads, and technical fluids. Fortunately, most of the work can be done on your own, saving you a significant amount of money. For example, replacing spark plugs will cost $20 instead of $100, $500, and engine power will increase by 30%. Finally, don't forget to fix any leaks with engine sealant, such as a 205. Simply pour it in through the oil filler neck and start the engine.